100 videos in 100 days. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. I'm going to share some things with you. Whoa! I'm going to share some things with you today of lessons that I learned going over this. Nothing but fun. Life is great, guys. 100 videos, 100 days. That was a challenge I set out to myself way back in July. And today I'm here to share with you some of the lessons I learned from doing that. And the number one lesson, through all the overwhelm that I felt, through all the fear that I felt, through all the doubt that I felt, when all of that doubt kicked in, this is the number one lesson that I learned. And the number one lesson is this. Showing up is 100% of the solution. 100%. Taking action, showing up. Showing up is taking action. Taking action is executing. And execution is where it's really all at. Raising your hand and asking questions. I was in a room with a very high-level individual that was talking to us. I'm in a mastermind. I was in a room with a very high-level individual. He was giving a presentation to us. And that presentation was on doing YouTube videos. And during his presentation, he said, just in a passing comment, he said, I had this client, and I challenged that client to do 100 videos in 100 days. And that was all he said. It was just part of his presentation. And somehow, I was open to that opportunity. 100 videos in 100 days. Holy cow. What could I learn doing that? That's a great opportunity. And I self-imposed that challenge on me. And I raised my hand in that conversation. It was a Zoom call. I raised my hand. And he gave me some feedback. And the feedback he gave me, I immediately implemented. That's a very important piece here. I immediately implemented that. And then, second really important piece, I followed up. I sent them a quick email. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for sitting down with us, the group. Thank you for your help. You made some suggestions. I made some adjustments. And I showed him what I did. And I thanked him for his input. And he responded to me in, that's really great. I would do these things also. And I went out and I did those things. That wouldn't have happened if I didn't execute. That wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have been open to the opportunity. There's opportunities all around us. You have to be in the right mind space to see that opportunity and then seize that opportunity. That was the first big lesson. The second lesson, well, it's part of the first lesson, right? Taking action and executing identifies what you don't know. So I'm doing 100 videos in 100 days. What don't I know? I don't know how thumbnails affect click-through rate. I don't know how thumbnails, the relationship between thumbnails and titles. I don't know that you have to spend an enormous amount of time focusing on the first 30 to 60 seconds of your video. I didn't know that. 100 videos in 100 days, that's easy, right? They all say, just turn the camera on. Just hold your phone up, just turn the camera on, record for 10 minutes, and you're good to go. It's so much harder, but it's also so much more worth it. Follow-up. I explained follow-up when I said this gentleman came to this call, he gave a presentation, and then I followed up with him, and that opened up a door. I'm going to tell you a story about Vegas luck in a little bit. And Vegas luck, holy cow, the Vegas story, hands down, is why I'm sitting here in front of you with 100 and 100. It's have a battle buddy. In my martial arts background, it's called a battle buddy. It's somebody that's going to stand next to you, tried and true, and carry you when you fall. That's what it is. I carry my battle buddy carries me. And in the martial arts world, we literally will carry each other to symbolize that. In this, it's an accountability partner, it's a cheerleader, it's somebody that's going to be in your corner to push you or pull you when you need it. My battle buddy, his name's Lewis. Lou, this is for you, brother. He's the one that first challenged me, and then he cheered me on, and then he promoted me. He challenged me. When I first told him I was going to do 100 videos in 100 days, he was like, yeah. Vegas is writing like 3-1 odds on that. And those are like, they're being kind to you. They give me a 3-1 odds. I'm like, oh, 3-1 odds, huh? I didn't realize it at the time. It was just like a little joke between us. But 3 weeks into it, I was like, screw this. 3-1 odds? He doesn't believe I could do it. And I knew he could. I knew he did. Not could. I knew he did believe in me. But he was playing that role. He was in that coach role at that moment. He was giving me something to go after. And then when I hit frustration, which I didn't realize how much frustration I was going to hit, right? 100 videos in 100 days sounds really easy. Turn your camera on, hold it up there, record it, and that's it. There's so much more that goes into it. He cheered me on. He was the guy that said, look behind you, don't look at the horizon. He would use my words on me. I tell guys, always look behind you, not at the horizon. The horizon is where you want to go. You know what the horizon looks like. Want to get to that horizon. Do everything you can in your power to get to that horizon, but measure your progress from looking behind you. And he was there to say the same thing. And then he was there when I was being a little bit too humble, shouting my praise. Yeah, he was the guy in the group that was like, this is what Neil's doing. Yeah, Neil, way to go. Let's go. Keep going. He was promoting me. There is no way I'd be sitting here successful without him. Which goes to the fact of, I was a guy that always said, look around me. Everything you see around me, I did. I earned. It was all about me. Me. Lou brought to the table, it was about us. That if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. I want to go far. I want to build that relationship. Lou was the guy that dragged me, that picked me up when I fell down. When I wanted to just toss my hat into the ring. When I didn't, like when I was getting just frustrated. When I was going to give up. When I was 3 feet, trying to do my finger here. Anyway, 3 feet from gold over there. On the wall. Right? 3 feet from gold. I'm almost there. I want to give up. And Lou's like, no, come on, let's go. You got it. I'll pick you up. Keep running. So you need that. You need your Lewis. So if you're going to go out on something big, audacious, crazy, find your Lewis. The next thing, commit to the process. Unconditionally commit to the process. You have to enjoy the process. I committed to 100 videos in 100 days. If I didn't absolutely love, and I really do love, the process of coming to you and sharing my thoughts with you. If I didn't love that, I would have given up probably around video 15. Straight out. The frustration is really true. Life gets in the way. But no, I committed to this unconditionally, and I'm going to make sure that it gets done. I did a post once. You can go back into the feed. I did a post once. 2,200 hours. So 10 o'clock at night, I was driving home from dropping my daughter off at college. And throughout that day, I didn't do my post. And basically, it's just a black screen. And the black screen is just me talking about how I dropped the ball. But I was committed to that process. I wasn't letting the Vegas odds of 3-1 beat me. Because my criteria was a video a day. And I look back at my feed and I see that video and I'm like, man, that's never going to happen again. That was one of the learning processes of make sure that I plan out what I'm doing. Make sure that if I have something coming up, then I'm going to take care of it. After that, I went on vacation. I was gone for 5 days. I did 5 videos. I had all my videos planned out. So that all I had to do was post them every day. Because I knew I was going to be away. I knew that I didn't want this challenge to prevent me from enjoying the family time that we were going away to have. Take all of that into account. Number 4, who luck. Who luck is real. I did a presentation, a video here on luck. And is luck an actual thing? I believe luck is preparation meets opportunity. I think that if you're prepared, then you're going to identify the opportunity. You're going to take advantage of that opportunity. You're going to execute on that opportunity. And everybody else is going to see it as luck. Who luck is a little bit different. Who luck is who? The person that you cross paths with that changed your luck, your preparation. Lou is that guy. Lou fills a lot of parts here. Lou is that guy. Lou put up a post and he wanted to discuss a book. And I was like, I'll discuss it. And then we ended up meeting weekly since March. And Lou turned me on to a certain individual that I can't mention here, but he's a high-level individual. He turned me on to this high-level individual and he said, yeah, that guy gave a presentation to our group. So I went back in the archives and I watched that presentation. I was like, this guy knows his shit. And then I went out and I listened to the one and only podcast that this guy's ever done. This guy does not have an internet footprint. I would know because I searched him out because I loved that presentation so much. And then he came back for a cameo. And I showed up at that cameo and I raised my hand and I said, will you help me? This is another key element of taking action, of execution. Don't be afraid of looking like a fool. You're going to look like a fool sometimes. But you're only going to look like that fool to people that don't matter. Yeah, it's true. Successful people want to see you step forward. And when you fall, they don't care. I don't care if you fall. I care that you tried. I care that you put your best foot forward. I care that you raised your hand. I'm going to pat you on your back for raising your hand because I know that wasn't easy. I know that wasn't easy because one time I did it. And it wasn't easy for me. So I know it wasn't easy for you. Successful people aren't going to be like the people sitting in the stands cackling at you. Teddy Roosevelt comes up with a quote about being in the arena, right? The guy that's in the arena, the guy that's getting bloody, the guy that's getting muddy and dirty, he's the one that's really making the calls. The people that are sitting in the stands, heckling that individual, they can go fuck themselves. Straight out. Because they don't count. They're not in the arena. Get in the arena. Get dirty. It's the best way to move forward, and it's the quickest way to move forward. So who luck? We're on who luck. So I meet this guy, Lou. He puts this post up. I, for whatever reason, respond to that post. Yes, I'd love to jump on a call with you. We end up extending that call for months now. It's probably 9 months now. He tells me about this one individual. I go and watch this individual. This individual does a presentation. Just in his presentation, he says, I challenged one of my clients to do 100 videos in 100 days. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I follow up with that individual. He gives me more advice. Fast forward now, that now I'm on this journey of 100 videos in 100 days. Another really high-level individual comes into our group to give a presentation. I raise my hand again. I'm like, this is what I've been doing. This is where I'm at. What would you do so that I can have a better impact? If I'm looking to have a bigger and better impact on more people, what would you do so that I can do that? What would you advise me to do so that when I do it, I can have a bigger impact? He says, do this, this, and this. I'm like, this is great. And then he gives me an unbelievable offer. He says, if you hit your 100, I will give you a little bit of time and a little bit more advice, a little bit more advanced advice, so that you can really start taking off. Like, wow. I am beyond grateful. Like, it's amazing. Like, I did a whole page in my journal of gratefulness just the other day on the people that have helped me get to this point. Because he made that offer. I had like 75-ish videos. He made that offer. But now that gave me the fuel to get to 100. Like, I was committed to getting to 100. But I could tell you that because of what he said, that just sealed it in a little bit more. It's like when you tighten a bolt up and you're like, yeah, this bolt's tight, let me go a little bit more. He went a little bit more. That's who luck. If I would have never met Lou would have never exposed me to the first mentor in this endeavor. And if I wasn't exposed to that mentor and actually taking action and doing the things, I wouldn't have put myself out there in front of the second mentor. And then I wouldn't be afforded the opportunities that I have. It's not luck. It's execution. Execution, execution, execution. It's harder than it sounds. That's the other thing I wrote down. Like, it sounds really easy. I'm just going to turn my phone on. Well, the gurus tell you, just turn your phone on. You're going to do 100 videos. Yeah, just turn your phone on. Just start talking. Nobody's watching. So that's the first thing. First, I don't know if I could turn my phone on and take a video. What if nobody's watching? Nobody. They're not watching. Don't worry about it. And, again, I'll go back to the people that are heckling you, the people that you're worried about, they can go fuck themselves because they're not in the arena actually doing it. You're not in the arena doing what I'm doing, and you're heckling me, you're a nobody. It's plain and simple. I'm only going to listen to people that have been where I presently am. So they're ahead of me, and now I'm following in their footsteps. I'll listen to them because they took the same scrapes and punches and kick to the balls and shots to the gut and shots to the... Like, they've been in the arena. They got beat up, and they came out on the other side. I'll listen to those individuals. YouTube videos. It's not just pick up your phone and start talking, right? Like, there's thumbnails, there's titles, there's thumbnails and title relationships, there's click-through rate, there's AVD and AVP and all of these metrics that you want to start looking at. But until you get into the arena, you don't know all of that. So, you come in. If you go back and you look at my first video, my first videos, I was in this office, and I was standing doing my things, and there were closed captions. There were automatic yellow closed captions automatically printed under me. And somebody came along and said, one of my mentors said, that's not how you do it. Get rid of the closed captions and sit in front of the camera and let the camera be you. So that people could see you. They could see the emotion in your facial expressions. Like, oh, okay. So you could see my progress. If you look at just my thumbnails, you could see my progress between the thumbnails I did in the very beginning and the thumbnails I'm doing now. The growth that I've had over 100 days has been absolutely amazing. Imagine doing 100 reps of whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Imagine doing 100 reps. How much better you're going to be at that 100th than you were at 1. Right? Especially if you draw that out over time. If it's 1 a day as opposed to just 100 push-ups. Consistency is another key. That's something else that I've learned. Taking that consistent action, you start building organically. You don't even realize you're doing it, but you start getting better just because you are doing less of what you did in the beginning. Like in that consistency, you start seeing what's working. Things just start feeling natural to you. You just start doing those things. There's so much more to it than just recording a video and uploading it. So being in that consistent field, you're doing things over and over and over, and you're learning from yesterday. Just yesterday, I did a video, and I adjusted what I did today because of the things that I did yesterday that I felt could be improved upon. Those are some of the key lessons that I've learned from going out on this endeavor. And in case I lost you somewhere along me being on my soapbox here, I'm going to tell you the 2 things that really propelled me. 1 was actually taking action, stepping foot into the arena and understanding. And I didn't necessarily, I didn't give a fuck. But I didn't understand this until I was really in the arena doing it in this endeavor. That the people that are in the arena doing it, they will help you do it because now you're in the arena. They won't help somebody in the stands that's heckling. So taking action is one of the best ways of attracting those people you want to hang out with. Because you're actually doing what they're doing. Having that cheerleader, that accountability partner, is also really big. And understanding that nobody's watching. And if they are, again, if they're in the arena and they're watching, they're cheering for you. Because they know what you're going through because they went through it. And if they're heckling you and they're watching, tell them to go fuck themselves. And I'm going to leave it with that. Guys, around here, we live up in the numerator, not down in the denominator. Go out there and be unstoppable and absolutely crush your day. Have a great day. I'm blessed to be here with you. I really, really do enjoy my time here. Have a very blessed day.